Hey everybody, how you doing? I think that's a perfect comment to open with by Zach Bosher. No wonder why they lost all their sports teams with, with a government like that. Talking about Oakland. Yep. Well put, Zach. Now, what is it that we're talking about? And Zach is waiting to hear more about on yourself. Well, I will show you. It goes like this: Sheng Thao and her staff have said and done some really awful things to Oaklanders during their 1 year in office. First, Sheng sought to divide Oaklanders during her political campaign, taking to social media to attack one of Oakland activists. Second, as District 4 council member, Tao's office was known as a place where name calling among people who did not toe the line was common. Leanna Powell was one of those employees. Mayor Thao made Leanna Powell suffer to the point where an investigation is still active with the Oakland Public Ethics Commission. And it will be almost 2 years old come August of this year. All right. And then there was Tao's now former chief of staff, Renia Webb. Remember her? Who, in a fit of pique caused by her claim of abuse on the part of one of Mayor Tao's aides, Brandon Haramy to be specific, decided to dump text messages shared between her and the mayor to this author. Yeah, me. What appears are a set of communications from that where everybody is either somebody she loves or a hater. There's nothing in between, folks. Nothing. Okay? Nothing. All right. And then she uses terms like hashtag by Felicia or hashtag they're not us. Again, setting up and continuing the us versus them approach to politics that Sheng Thao has adopted. First as council member, and then, of course, on her way to becoming Oakland's 51st mayor. Now, some have looked at her communications, and I'm not kidding you, I'm not making this up, have wondered if, they weren't intended to be, and I don't intend this to be insulting to the mayor. I'm just spewing a fact, all right? But they've wondered if these were the approaches and musings of someone who was in high school. I am not kidding you, all right? Because when you take an honest read of the communications, it's difficult to come away with anything other than that. You have to bend over backwards. But there it is, all right? It's a sad statement on our current leadership climate. And again, not intended to be insulting to the mayor, but putting facts and factual face out there, just factual regarding how a number of people describe how she approaches her public job. And now I'm talking about Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao. Now, Mayor Sheng Thao did all of that and her staff, but the pièce de résistance was the ugly scene of how Mayor Thao fired Oakland Police Chief Laurent Armstrong, really because she wanted an Asian police chief. That's the real story, folks, okay? But she didn't want it to look like she was ousting a popular black police chief. All right? And of course, Chief Armstrong. So she had to go out and make up a story that he was less than the upstanding community representative he was, and not to mention terrific and legendary police chief, and prior to that, 22-year Oakland police officer and law enforcement official. No, she had to slander Chief Armstrong on top of that along the way. Now, Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao and her staff, in this case, the new chief of staff, Leigh Hanson, have picked a new person to insult. Basically, every Oaklander who dares to even support with a whimper or whisper the new effort to recall Mayor Thao. Now, that happened today, her slanderous statements, Leigh's, and wound up in a national publication called Politico. In a statement to the publication, Leigh Hanson, noted for her work at Glide Memorial Church, where this author has been a member, wrote something very unchristian-like, basically saying the recall effort is led by losers. All right. Then Ms. Hanson added salt to the wound, saying that the recall effort was a desperate attempt for relevance. You can't make this stuff up. All right. And then it goes on. That's the latest name-calling stunt by a group of people who seem bent on dividing Oakland. I'm talking about Sheng Thao and her staff, and have too much in common with former President Donald Trump. I mean, think about it, okay? Trump was famous for bullying and is famous for bullying and name calling and was so mean about it. He even called those serving our military losers. Okay? True story. All right? Rather than that behavior, going away in our society, right? It's clear that Sheng Thao has decided it's to use it for her clear attempt to divide Oakland so she can win an election, so she can stay in office. That's the whole idea. Nothing less, nothing more. Don't let her do it. Oakland's damaged to the point of almost no return. Recalling Mayor Thao is our best hope, perhaps our only hope, for improving our chances of fixing a large number of problems. Recall Mayor Sheng Thao as soon as possible. I mean, that's the only way to do it. Zach is saying, hopefully the A's stay in Oakland. Well, not happening. And here is, I was talking about Politico. Here is the comment that was made in Politico by Ms. Hanson, all right? And it happened to, if I just type Oakland here, O-A-K, there we go. And it comes down to, interestingly, here we go. It's the title of the article is, and I'll put it up here, Progressives Missing in Action in San Francisco Mayor's Race, all right? So let me get that, okay, and show you. Share screen, down here, and voila, there it is, folks, right there, okay? Progressives MIA in San Francisco Mayor's Race. Now you're saying, wait a minute, that's London Breed. Yeah, the mayor of San Francisco, all right? I see that. Now, scrolling down, and this is a rather long one, but so we'll skip over the San Francisco matters and then go down to where this appears. There's the great California Governor Gavin Newsom and committee watch. And let's see here. Recall response. There it is. You see that? Let's enlarge that. Zoom in. Okay. And zoom in a little bit more. All right. All right. See that? There it is. Mayor Sheng Thao spoke out against the new effort to remove her from office on Monday, calling on Oaklanders to, quote, push aside fear and division and bring our community together to fight for the city we love. The mayor's chief of staff, Leigh Hanson, put it in much starker terms. This recall effort is led by losers, Hanson said in a statement. I have faith that Oaklanders are smarter than this and will resist the urge to be distracted by a desperate attempt for relevance. What a mean statement. What else is here? All right. That's it. You know what? That's, from Politico's point of view, a mic drop. They figured, why should we include anything else? That's enough. All right. I mean, look, recall response. That's it. That's it. So basically, Politico, think about what happened here, folks. Politico put this in, all right, for no other reason, okay? For no other reason than the statement that Leigh made. That's it. Had Leigh put out a statement that was more magnanimous toward Oaklanders that might be for the recall and attempt to sway them back to the side of the Sheng Thao administration. You know, there's a coin flip that wound up in here because it was nice. But this one, this is politically stupid. There's no other way to describe it. And again, it's the latest example of an administration that doesn't care to bring Oakland together and only cares to divide Oakland. All right? There's no other way to explain this sort of behavior at all. And again, it's legion with Sheng Thao. And as a number of people have told me, including today, she likes to punish people who oppose anything that she does in a way that can only be described with one word: evil. In other words, she's not going to, uh, try and make nice with you or sway you or sell you. She wants to authoritarianly punish you. A bad look. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark oaklandnewsnowblog.com. We'll see you.